This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar, and we don't buy subs. Well, good evening, conversationalist, everybody in America and across the world, wherever you're listening to me. Thank you for being here. Today, let's take your mind off inflation and high gas prices with a little game hoarder crisis here. Guys, thank you for subscribing and enjoying my channel and all your comments and likes. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're appreciating this format because it allows me just to come home from work and talk about whatever's on my mind. And this has been on my mind ever since I started talking to the Arcade 1-Up community, right? We started talking about disclosures and disclaimers and all that stuff, but I was really looking at their setups, dude, and my game hoarder instincts were just like, boom, boom. Because I was looking at their sweet setups, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, that looks pretty nice. That setup there looks pretty nice. This cabinet looks pretty nice. And all of a sudden, I started asking questions, and I found myself in a dilemma. So let's go here. This is me looking at all the setups, all your cabinets out there from the Arcade 1-Up community. But there's so many choices. If you look at this stuff, look at this. Like, this is the price range I'm looking at here, guys. And there's so many cabinets, so many choices here. But for me, this cabinet would be more for when people come over, right? Let me tell you, my friends, at least the friends that I'm friends with up to now, they never got into console gaming. They're all arcade gamers, right? So when they come over, they could care less about what I have on my PlayStation 5 or my Xbox or anything like that. Even the stuff on my shelves, I just really don't care about it. But for that reason, I have an arcade stick with emulation, that I pull out, karaoke night, whatever. And that's what they really enjoy playing more than anything else, right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I should get a cabinet, but the cabinet would be for social purposes, not only for me to play, but for when people come over, right? And let me tell you, there's a lot out there. You can get a custom cabinet, something like this with emulation on it. I don't have the time to build it myself. I am able to build it, but I just don't have the time or the space over here to start, cutting up wood and all that stuff. I could build one from scratch, but for time purposes, it's not really convenient. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, what did we play back in the day? We played stuff like the Neo Geo, right? That would be a good one, a good social one. And there's plenty of stuff out there. When I looked at the Big Blue, like, if you ask me which one I would like, and I don't know how this works, right? I'd still have to look at it, but this would be something that my friends would walk in and we'd spend hours here, right? We'd spend a good 3 hours, maybe having a couple of beers and just playing Street Fighter, right? That would be socially, because I can tell you, if I can have my dream setup, right? My dream setup would be this. I would have a Street Fighter 2, I would have a Mortal Kombat, I would have an NBA Jam, an NFL Blitz, right? And maybe, just maybe, a pinball table, right? If I had those 5 things, I think it'd be great, right? I'm in my own little arcade experience. But that is nowhere near reality, right, for me. Space-wise, it's just not going to work, right? So I can only have one, and at that I have to negotiate. I have to get rid of some stuff in order to make room for the one cabinet, right? And then I have to try to sell it to the wife. And my wife is how do I say? She's more conservative with finances. Let me just put it that way. She's at the extreme level of conservative with finances. So even this, I would have to, try to get extra funds to do this from a little extra work, some overtime, whatever, put it on layaway, something like that. So it's not anywhere near the future, guys, that I'm trying to do this, because I'm sure there are great deals coming out there. The one I was really thinking about is the At Games Legends Ultimate, and that's because it has flippers, right? It has flippers for pinball. It has 300 built-in games, and then you can also add games. But it has the trackball, for playing Millipede, which is one of my favorite games. Centipede also, but I love Millipede too. And it has the spinners, in case you want to add on a Tempest and other games that use spinners. I mean, that's right up my alley. So for my own personal use, it would be this, right? But when my friends come over, they want to see the setup, right? I mean, if my friends came over and looked at the Big Blue, they'd be like, wow, right? Like that would blow them away, and they would have more fun with this. And in all fairness, I could probably emulate most of the games here, but I mean, those are the choices I have, right? That's the game hoarder crisis that I have right now. With all the problems in the world, right? That sometimes thinking about this stuff makes it a little easier, right? Makes it a little easier, especially when I look at the price at the gas pump. Man, it puts this in a faraway reality, right? But I need to start planning it now, if I am going to do it, because first I have to make the choice. Then I have to go sell it to the wife, come up with a plan to make it happen. And then, I have to make room here, right? By getting rid of some stuff. So, I mean, it's not something that I can do overnight, but I am thinking about it. I don't know what you guys think. I know a lot of you have more experience in this stuff that I do than I do. But yeah, it really has me thinking, I mean, which way to go. Let me tell you guys, I really love the way this looks. I haven't heard great things about this machine, but just the look of this, of the Big Blue, I can see my friends coming over, having a few beers. If it works decent enough, we can play. And I think if I had to be tell you the truth and I have to be sincere with you, I'm really thinking between this and this. I can't even look. Because if I know I put the NFL Blitz out there, it'd be great, but I think we would play it for less time. With what I've heard, how it's kind of buggy and stuff like that. And once you look close at it, it's kind of blurry. As far as the graphics, I mean, those are things that I would pay attention to. I don't think my friends would, right? But I mean, it just gives you food for thought, right? Can I fit two in here? I mean, can I have this one and this one? That would be a big. I can't do it. I mean, I would want to do it, but I can't. It's not going to happen, right? So I got to pick one. Which one would you guys pick? Are you guys thinking about getting any of these? I know a lot of the Amiga community first got exposed to these, like myself. To how many arcade one-ups were out there. I never paid close attention to it, and then once I saw the variety of stuff that was out there, I was like, man, this is actually pretty cool. At least for the looks of it, for entertaining, I think it would be a great thing to do when I have either my friends over or my nephews over. I think this is something they would dig. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I hope you guys are being entertained by these videos, guys. I hope you like the new format. It's great for me because I could just sit down. This is right after work, and I'm just putting my thoughts here and give you a quick video. So thank you for all the comments. Thank you for subscribing. Tomorrow's video, remember, it's going to be on GameStop, right? The whole debacle that they're having with investing over there. Will GameStop survive Cohen's mess? I don't know, guys. It's very interesting, let me tell you. It's about business, but there's more. There is more. Let me tell you, it's about money. It's about pump and dump. There's a lot of meat on that story, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.